rains, I tilt my face to the sky so that the raindrops can caress my face and kiss me. I am about as romantic as a dead dog, but I find it oddly moving when one person comes to their love's face in their hands as if they're holding a drink from the fountain of youth. There's something touching. And the way the curve of the cheek fits so perfectly in the curve of the palm, not necessarily as a preamble to a kiss, but just as a gesture of physical comfort. According to some scientists, the nuclei of our matter constantly repel each other so that we are never truly touching, and the fibers of our being never meet. Then again, it's the scientists who can't explain how protons and neutrons stay together despite repulsion to form nuclei, and simply explain it away as a strong nuclear force. Still, maybe they're right. But that only means that your very presence is enough to trigger the electrical impulse sprinting through my neurons and synapses to scream out, "He's here." Because when we stand next to each other, our shoulders brushing, but not quite, I am conscious of how close you are to me, even if we will never meet. The night you put your hand around my waist, the feeling of you lingering long after your fingers had gone, you still weren't touching me. Your hand against the fabric of my shirt, against my skin, I could feel your touch, but it wasn't yours. It was only my clothes giving way under your warmth, to press against me more intimately than they had before. A shirt is a poor middleman for the sale of my heart. You break it, you buy it. But I think you've already been planning on buying it since the moment your skin sensed mine. So you're raking up your credit with daily payments of bad jokes and crooked smiles, but you don't have to work so hard. Because I'll make you a deal. We can shake on it. Partially because it's courtesy and partially because it's just another excuse for me to touch you. The deal is, I'll trade you my heart for your skin. I don't want to hang your pelt on my wall like some perverse trophy. I just want to wrap myself in the identity of who you are and wear it as a second part of me until I understand the whys of what you do. But the skin you wear is a garment fitted to you by the finest tailors of bitter experience and regret, and the threads of fate that neither of us believe in used to bind these seams. But I'm not asking you to cut yourself open for me. All I want to do is put my lips to the skin of your hands. Feel how rough it is from the battles you fight at night, fingers clawing for relief from the irritation, as if you're unconsciously trying to let your emotions out. It's not supposed to be beautiful, but it is. Those patches of scarred skin, I see a chance to lift what's beneath those layers of you that I don't have time to dissect or peel away. Because for some reason, where your skin is thickest, you seem the most open. My fingers bear the calluses of pens and cello strings, but I think if I trailed them down your neck, I'd still feel more than you would. And your palms may never kiss mine, so I'll hold my own hands instead. In desperation and loneliness, but more so in prayer. I'll play the waiting game for you, even though I know it's more of a war of attrition. There is only the hope in me that though we may never touch, the atoms your skin consists of will share their electrons with the atoms of mine. After all, covalent bonds are the strongest. Thank you.